Guys, it's me again. Some additional thoughts in regards to the Liverpool demolishing of Arsenal 4-0. Firstly, Aaron Ramsey. I'm tired of the Aaron Ramsey show. I really love Aaron Ramsey as a footballer, you know. When he's actually, someone sits him down and tells him, listen, it's about the team collective. It's not about you. He's actually a very good footballer when he keeps it simple. The sad thing is, out of 38 games, last year he wasn't managed properly, and Wenger has to hold that. Out of 38 games, he's only going to give you that 5 or 6 times. People say he's a 10. He's not a 10. He's not as good as a footballer. He's not as, doesn't respect a football. He doesn't caress a football as good enough or is smart enough to be a 10 and productive enough, in my opinion. He's a box-to-box midfielder. He can only do that when, like I've said, people tell him you have to do things. The problem with that is 9 times out of 10, and he's Wenger's teacher's pet, and he's made 300 appearances, even when he shouldn't have. Sometimes he's Wenger's teacher's pet. He gets away with everything. It's the Ramsey show. You saw him completely unaware for the first goal. Completely unaware. He's there shouting at Ox or something. Completely unaware where he's supposed to be as a midfielder. Or even Ozil and a couple as well. But Ramsey, if he gets there, who knows? Ramsey, like game after game, you see him do this. Just selfless. I get that he's forward running, and we don't have no one like that can get goals for us. But that isn't always going to happen. You need to be selfless. You're a central midfielder. If he's not pulling out of challenges like against Stoke, he's doing what he did today. Stop, like, there's more to being a centre mid than trying to get the glory, the headlines and things like that. You need to appreciate the defensive work. Really, I don't want to see him in the starting lineup against Bournemouth and Chelsea after the international break. He needs to put this is what I'm saying. People that are not good players, but not great players, are getting to do nonsense that teams previously did not get to run around with. He's not selfless enough. I've made a video about this, guys. Go and check it. Ramsey needs to be more selfless for that pivot. That pivot of Xhaka and Ramsey, like I've showed you guys, it goes very well or it's terrible like today. Wenger's buzzing if he really thinks that's good enough. That is really good enough. You need to go out and get some steel in midfield, whether it's steel or someone that can play make. It needs to be done. Arsenal, we need a centre-half. If there's a case for a centre-half, there's a case for a centre-mid, 2 sorts of centre-mids. There's a case for a winger and all sorts. If I could only have one, a centre mid, because I can't take this no more. One thing I can't take is no fight, no hunger, constantly just letting everybody run through us. I told you guys a lot in my preview. Ronaldo, all of these guys watch the run through the middle. You saw it today. Next point. Whether it's Alexis, Ozil, whoever, Oxlade, because I did see a bit where it did look like Ox was disinterested. I'm not trying to play devil's advocate. I'm only focusing on body movement. Whoever wants to leave, leave, man. Like, leave. This is what I was telling you guys. In July or so, you decide these things. So you know the side that you have for the following season. So you know what you can have working forward. So you know, in conjunction with fixing up defensively and our defensive shape, which we should have done in pre-season, you move forward with the personnel. Now, if Oxlade goes, you know you might need a centre mid or a winger. Alexis is irreplaceable, but the same thing goes. You might need to get these sort of players. Now, a big reason as to why I don't like certain players leaving Arsenal, because we're not aggressive enough to go and replace these players. If United, if City, hell, even Liverpool to a degree now, if they lose certain key players, they're going to actively try and replace them. We're either going to try and promote players that are not even the right players to promote, shoehorn guys, say this guy can be kept here. Honestly, if you think our centre-half options, if Mustafi does go, and our centre-mid options with Ox going and all of these players currently here is good enough, we deserve to arguably finish it less than last year, because we have not invested. Our players still lacking fluidity. I can't understand Lacazette off the bench. This is why he was bought. I get the adapting and things like that, but you played him against Stoke. You started him against Leicester, arguably one of the best players on both days. Why not play him now? You made him bring out things saying he's on Sky Sports saying he's ready, he's this and that, he's this. So why keep him on the bench? You bought him to make the difference. I can't even understand why you took him off last week for Wells. These are decisions. The players let you down. Ultimately, the players let us down because they're the ones on the pitch and they showed no heart and they were toothless. Wenger, you picked the side. 4 at the back. We don't need to always play 3 at the back. Look how fragile Liverpool's side was. We've got behind them a couple of times, but Carriers probably had time to count as how many blades of grass there are. Liverpool deserved the 3 points. There was no fluidity, and when there was just too much passes. We didn't invent enough. Liverpool's back four, considering they're arguably as shaky, if not worse than us, we should have tested it more. People are not, like I keep telling you guys, not respecting the defensive arts and the dark arts of the game. Tracking back, defensively tracking back. If someone else makes a mistake, rectifying their mistake, holding our team shape. We know we lost last week. We're playing at a very hard place in Anfield that gets rocking. Why don't you guys think for the first 25, let's stay compact, let's stay rigid, let's let them frustrate us, let's let them do this and build from then. We don't go into it with any tactics. You heard Gary Neville said a lot of real stuff on that on Sky Sports today. These players are not fit enough to wear the shirt. It's not even just me attacking them. And I'm talking about all of them. It don't matter if you're world-class like some that get 30 and 15. Or whoever doesn't want to be here, just go. Like, I've told you guys, I'm prepared. Because we're clearly shown we're not going to win the league. What is 2 more years? What is 2 or 3 more years? Let's just look at certain players that want to be here and work with them. The manager, whatever we think of Wenger, whether we want him to go, hopefully, or not, he's going to stay for 2 years. So it's no point getting to that. It's no point. I'm just the personnel. Because again, we're not going to have the likes of 04 again. But if you put the 04 players on that pitch at Anfield, I'm pretty sure someone is going to have common sense. Gilberto, Vieira, Thierry, etc. They're all going to have common sense to realise, oh, let's not burst forward, guys. Oh, Lauren and Cole, you lot are too wide. You need to become more narrow and compact. I keep telling you guys, we have players that have the most fantastic technique. They can pick out passes. They can bring balls down from God knows what height. But they're not smart footballers. And until we get smart footballers, until we respect the defensive side and the dark arts of the game, you can't win anything. We're forcing 3 at the back. We're shoehorning Dons against Liverpool in a big game. We deserve it. 8 attempts, none on target. Liverpool ran more than us. They had less. They ran more than us. They had more opportunities, less clear-cut chances than us, and they took them. In fact, they had more because they dominated the game. Liverpool on the ball. You wouldn't have thought Liverpool were playing on the weekend. I mean, in the week. Guys, deluded, I'm signing out. Honestly, there's not much more to say on this, man. I'm out.